Do you remember this? This is the Z Fold 4, a bulky, heavy, delicate phone that was just a pain to carry around with you. There were a lot of flaws with the early Fold phones, and yet I really wanted to love it. But now, 4 years later, Samsung has almost perfected the Fold. This is the Z Fold 8, and this is what foldables should be. Now, specs-wise, it's not very different from last year's Z Fold 7, but design-wise, it's a whole new phone. Let me explain. I've had this phone for 3 days so far, and I never expected to love this Passport style foldable as much as I do. In fact, I'll go as far as to say I won't go back to that thinner, taller aspect ratio of the Z Fold 8 Ultra or last year's Z Fold 7. This is just what foldables should be, in my opinion. Not only is this phone ridiculously thin, as you can see here, but it just feels smaller than it actually is. And that's thanks to the aspect ratio. The 4:3 aspect ratio of that inner display makes a huge difference. And when you're holding this phone, it just feels like I'm holding a small phone in the hands when it's closed. And then when I open it up, although the screen is a larger display, it doesn't feel like a overly large tablet that I'm carrying in my hands. The 4:3 display inside is so much better for watching content than the previous aspect ratio that the other Z Folds have had. Now, the actual size of the content on the inner display isn't that much larger than the actual size of the content you'll get on the Z Fold 8 Ultra or the Z Fold 7, but those have larger displays. So in theory, although the content you're actually watching is about the same size, the phone itself, the device itself, is smaller, and in turn it just feels more light, more compact, easier to carry around with you. And that's what I love about this phone. It's so lightweight, it's so thin. The outer display is also really nice to use. In fact, in the last 3 days, I found myself using the outer display more and more than I would on previous foldables because I just like this wider aspect ratio to get normal phone things done. Now, some minor nitpicks: because this phone is shorter than regular smartphones, the volume rocker and the power button are a little bit higher up, and it takes some time to get used to that. I found myself accidentally clicking the power button when I wanted to control the volume and vice versa. It's just something that you probably have to get your mind used to, and 3 days in, it's just something that I continue to be bothered by. It's not a huge deal. I'll get used to it. I know I will. But it's early, and that's just a nitpick I thought I mentioned. But other than that, I love everything about this Passport form factor. The inner display is beautiful. The crease is almost unnoticeable. I don't even see it. It's very hard to actually see the crease. Samsung did an amazing job at just eliminating the crease with the Z Fold 8. And I don't know if it's the all-new Flex titanium layer that Samsung announced with the Z Fold 8, but the display just looks amazing. It's brighter than last year's. The colors pop, and this is just the perfect device to watch content on. Now, one feature I do miss is flex mode. That just isn't here with the Z Fold 8. There's this all new Armor Flex hinge, and it just wants to snap open, so it's very difficult to prop it open like previous Z Folds and get that flex mode ability. And because of that, it's gone with the Z Fold 8, so that's a bummer. But so far, all the other features are really great. I can prop it up like this and still watch content on the outer display. Now, the outer display is kind of a weird aspect ratio because it is shorter and wider, so it's not the best at watching content. It's more to get the work that you want to get done on your phone right away, maybe looking at quick emails, text messages, whatever it is, and then when you want to watch content, you open up to that larger display. This is meant for that type of lifestyle. So far, performance has been fantastic. Battery life looks to be really improved compared to last year, but I'm still testing all of that out. Now, one thing I have noticed in the last 3 days while I'm testing this phone is camera quality. It's just not the best. When you pay $1,900 for a smartphone, you want the best camera that you can get. And I know you're paying more for the folding display, but for that price tag, you should get the best of everything, in my opinion. And you don't get the best camera experience here with the Z Fold 8. At least so far in my testing, I've noticed that the Z Fold 8 Ultra has better camera hardware. Even last year's Z Fold 7 has better camera hardware than this year's Z Fold 8. It's something that I'm going to test out head to head, the Z Fold 7 versus the Z Fold 8, and compare those cameras. So if you want to see that video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the new videos. But so far, I have to admit, yes, the camera quality isn't on par with other flagship smartphones out there. So yes, there's a few things that I can honestly say are not as great as I would like them to be. Camera, missing some of the features that I wish they had, like magnets on the back so it can compete with something like MagSafe. The ability to use an S Pen on the inner display, that's not found here. And I get all of those things are missing so you can keep this phone as thin as possible. And this phone wouldn't be the same if it wasn't as thin as it actually is. I get that there's limitations, but you can still wish that these phones had these features. And as a reviewer, you're just gonna mention what you wish this phone had that ultimately it does not have. But all in all, 3 days in, I love this phone. I love using it. I love bringing it out of my pocket and opening it up and using that inner display. Now it's still, I would say, the honeymoon phase of a smartphone. So that may change, and that's why you definitely want to check out the full review after I've used this phone for an extensive period of time. Make sure you don't miss that video. Let me know what you think so far if you own the Z Fold 8, or if you're interested in purchasing the Z Fold 8, what do you think so far about the aspect ratio and the features of Samsung's all-new foldable? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.